everyone, I'm Jess. It's most definitely time for my November book haul. So I bought 11 books in November, which is a big downgrade on the amount of books that I bought in October. But the first of which was Demon Voices by Philip Pullman. It came in a nice slipcase, and this is Essays on Storytelling by Philip Pullman. This is one of, I think, 1,000 signed copies. This is number 824. I got this from Waterstones. I pre-ordered it. I really like the way that the bird, I'm not sure what kind of bird, if it's a raven or a crow, it could be any of them, wraps all the way around. And I really like the red of this slipcase, and it matches the Book of Dust slipcase on my shelves really nicely. So as you can see on the front, it's got a signed limited edition. This was Waterstones. It was probably £30, I think, so I've had this on pre-order for a while. Second book that I picked up was Mythos by Stephen Fry. This is another signed copy, and he's got a really small signature in here. But it is definitely Stephen Fry. I'd seen this book a couple of times and wasn't going to pick it up, but I love Greek mythology and I haven't read any of Stephen Fry's books, so I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to sort of delve into something that I most definitely like. And I haven't had any indulgence in Greek mythology for a little while, so it'd be nice to kind of revisit some of my favourite childhood history. The third book I got was something that I pre-ordered from Forbidden Planet, and that is A Darker Shade of Magic, the exclusive collector's edition, the little hardback by V. Schwab. It's a relatively small hardback. This is one of 200 limited signed editions. This is number 188. So I thought I'd gotten like the last of the batch, but I went into the shop a couple of weeks ago and they had like the first 50 in there, which was obviously quite annoying because you always want the earlier number in the edition. But it's really pretty. I still haven't gone into this series yet, but everybody was very excited for these collector's editions to come out. There were lots of them in America as well, lots of different ones, but I've only got this one because it was easy to get in the UK. I think I probably paid, it was probably around £20 including the packaging, so definitely get into this at some point soon. The next book I bought was also a pre-order. I pre-ordered with Waterstones because they had a signed copy on their website in their limited and special editions section. This is Undercover Princess by Connie Glim, and I got a sampler of this at Yalk, and whilst it's really not my typical kind of book, I was quite enjoying it. There seemed to be a little bit of a kind of like my favourite Disney movies all rolled into kind of one, so I thought I'd give this a go, and because it was signed, of course, gotta have it. The fifth book that I bought is actually a graphic novel. It's Injustice Ground Zero Volume 1, and I got the hardback. I quite like the hardbacks for graphic novels. This was probably around £23, so these aren't cheap, which is why I don't buy very many graphic novels. But I did used to work at a comic shop and I'd asked them to order this in for me because I only got sort of the first and third of the comic series because we were missing out on things that were coming in, and I thought it would just be easier to get the entire sort of compilation coming in. And I'm excited to get into this at some point soon, because of course graphic novels don't take very long to read, but they're a nice kind of break from a really chunky book on occasion, and it's got a bit of the Joker, a bit of Harley Quinn in there, which is obviously really exciting. The next book that I got came in the Castles, Courts and Kingdoms Our Crate box for November, and that is The Glass Spare by DeStefano. This is an exclusive cover because, I don't know if you can quite see it, the font, now that I've worked it out since I did my unboxing, is purple. Whereas I think it's maybe a bit of blue in the original cover. But yeah, so this is really nice to have. I haven't read DeStefano in a little while, but it's really nice to have a hardback copy of this and one that's got a signed book plate in it as well. So I'll try and get into this probably in the New Year's. So the seventh book that I got was something else that I pre-ordered from Goldsboro Books. This is The Blood Print by, I'm so sorry, Ausma Zehanat Khan. I'm never going to get that right. I'm going to have to listen out for somebody else to say it on one of theirs. This is the first in a series called The Khorasan Archives. Again, this is a signed edition, number 105 of 150 numbered copies. A hardback, I probably paid about £25 for this. Goldsboro Books, excellent as always. And the next book that I got, which was also from Goldsborough Books, and I had it on hold in there for a while, is The Last Nam Zara by Kristen Cicciarelli. This also came through in the Fairy Loot November box. Unfortunately, I didn't get a hold of that box, and they had silver glittering pieces across here where this is gold. This is Goldsborough, so this is also signed 148 of 150 copies. All of my numbered editions are really late in the series. This is a really excellent book. I've read the arc already. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. I encourage everybody to go and pick it up. If you like dragons and kick-ass female warriors, really go for it. This was probably £20, maybe even cheaper. Great book, really enjoyed it, really nice to have a signed edition. The next book that I got was another thing that I'd pre-ordered. This was with Waterstones, and it was The City of Bones, Cassandra Clare 10th anniversary hardback that Waterstone had, signed by the author, and lots of nice artwork in here, and the signed bit is somewhere in here. There it is, very first page, 10th anniversary edition. And this, unlike some of the books that she's had done with Waterstones recently, there was one a couple of years ago where it was literally just a stamp and it was printed on there. But this I can tell was actually, because like, the pen is slightly marked in here, and I can feel where the indent comes, so it's actually signed. It's actually been in her hands, which is quite nice. The next book I got was towards the end of November, and that is the special edition of Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. This is the one with the blue sprayed edges that was exclusive to her events in the UK. I was at the London event. It was absolutely amazing. As you've all now probably heard, she announced at that particular event that she was pregnant, expecting a baby boy, which is very, very exciting. I had just finished Tower of Dawn the day before because I was reading it in preparation for the event. This was, I think I bought this included in the price of the ticket, so I probably paid £18 to go to the event and the thing overall. So this one is signed in here, and that is definitely a signature as opposed to a stamp. And I believe that the last book that I bought in November was Some Kind of Wonderful by Giovanna Fletcher, a signed copy that I just picked up at Waterstones. I looked at it once or twice and then thought, why not? I don't have very many Christmassy kind of books, and this definitely looks like a Christmassy kind of book, so I should try and read this before the year is out. So again, lots of signed books in my haul. I don't tend to buy a lot of books that aren't signed, as you can probably tell. I have such limited shelf space now that because I prefer to buy signed books, books that aren't signed I just try and get sort of on Kindle or borrow from the library, because I just find that it's nicer to preserve my shelf space for signed goodies as opposed to just kind of more regular books. Those are the books that I picked up in November. I hope you guys bought some really great books in November yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!